This is GCSE Further Maths. We're doing pure and we're in chapter 5 looking at differentiation, and we're starting to talk about dy by dx then as a gradient function. So dy by dx is called a gradient function. The gradient of a curve is not constant, as in the steepness changes as we go along it. It changes and will be different value depending on where you are on the curve. So as you can see, it's steeper here than it is here. This is a negative gradient, there's a positive steeper gradient again. The value of the gradient at a particular point can be found by substituting the x value of the point into the gradient equation to involve dy by dx. And another thing worth mentioning is the gradient is defined as the steepness of the tangent at that particular point. So a tangent is a straight line that just touches the edge, and so that would be the steepness then at that particular point. So let's look at a few questions and hopefully things will become a wee bit clearer then after that. So the first one says find the gradient of y equals 2x squared minus 4x plus 7 when x equals 5. So our gradient function is dy by dx, so we need to find dy by dx. So dy by dx, 2 times 2, 4, take away 1 from the part, so that's 4x, and then minus 4, and of course the 7 disappears. When x equals 5, means we substitute 5 in here for this, so we would have dy by dx equals 4 upon 5, take away 4, so the gradient at that particular point where x equals 5 then is going to be 16. Find the gradient of the tangent to y equals 3x squared minus 4x at x equals 1. Just the same question again really. Dy by dx is equal to 3 times 2 is 6x, and then take away 4, remember the x disappears, when x equals 1, dy by dx equals 6 upon 1, take away 4, and that gives us 2. Example 3, find the gradient of the tangent to y equals 2/3 x squared plus 7x plus 3 over x squared at the point minus 1 minus 3 1/3. This is a fancy way of just asking the same thing, but we need to be careful here. Remember, this is 3 over x squared, so we would need to rearrange this before we actually differentiate it. So my first line here will be to write out y equals 2/3 x squared plus 7x plus 3x to the minus 2. I hope that makes sense to people okay. Dy by dx then. 2 times the 2/3 is 4 over 3x plus 7. Of course it disappears there. And then minus 2 times the 3 is minus 6x to the minus 3. At minus 1 minus 3 1/3. This is the x coordinate and this is the y coordinate. So we're going to be substituting in for x. That is our x coordinate then of minus 1. Dy by dx equals 4/3 upon minus 1 plus 7 minus 6 upon minus 1 to the power of minus 3. Dy by dx then is going to be minus 4 over 3 plus 7, and minus 1 to the minus 3 is going to be effectively then 6 over minus 1 cubed. Minus 4 over 3 plus 7, this is going to be positive. Minus 1 cubed gives me just minus 1, and then 6 over minus 1 is minus 6. But the minus outside makes it a plus. So it's 7 plus 6, which is 13, and then you're taking away 1 1/3. So our answer then is going to be 11 2/3.